everybody, welcome back. Today I've got a very interesting chit-chat video to share with you guys. You guys saw in the thumbnail that, the main thing was like, I'm gonna stop shopping. And if you thought that it's clickbait or you're thinking, oh my gosh, what's she talking about? I'm gonna share everything in this video and basically tell you guys my journey for 2019. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, I normally talk about luxury items and I do luxury reviews, and it's not that I'm gonna stop, but this is a slightly different kind of video to be a little bit more targeted on my luxury shopping. So anyway, let's get to it. So stop shopping, or kind of like almost stop shopping. Now I have been thinking about this for the past 4 to 5 months, and what really kickstarted it for me to actually do this video and put down my thoughts are a few big YouTubers that came out about it. So one of them that really inspired this rules and everything was her name's Ingrid. She came out and she said that she stopped shopping, and when I was watching it, she was like talking to me because I was already feeling it, but I think hers was a little bit more targeted. I think she was just talking about clothes. And then there was another big YouTuber, her name's Samantha, and she was saying that she's not going to accept any more PR for certain reasons, and she was talking about waste and all. So she spoke to some part of why I am going through this, I guess, a journey, or in Ingrid's words, like an experiment. I think for me it would be a journey because, if you've been following me for a long time, I'm ashamed to admit it, I'm a shopaholic. I love shopping, I enjoy it, I feel like it is something that makes me happy. I've got the spare cash and I can buy it, and I enjoy shopping. However, I guess in the past few years, and maybe more than that, 5-6 years, I feel like shopping has lost its novelty. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about that. So there are 3 big reasons why I am going through this journey of stop shopping. The first big reason is really I want to reduce waste. Not so much of like, environmental waste. I don't create, well, I think as a human being, as a person on this earth, I do create quite a lot of waste, but I feel like the things that I have, a lot of it I don't get to use, so either they get expired, or I spoil them, or I just get so sick of them, and I create a lot of waste in that sense. If you watch Samantha's video, but anyway, I'll leave those 2 videos down below. They're saying more of like the packaging, and I kind of agree. Every time I buy something, there's plastic bags, there's packaging, there's lots of things that go into the items that I buy, and I know that creates waste. But I guess from my perspective for this, my first reason is my own waste. Like, I have so much stuff, and a lot of it eventually goes to waste, or I just don't use it up. I just have this issue about my own things that I bought that goes to waste. So I want to reduce wastage. Secondly, I also want to love the feeling of shopping again. Now, this is really strange, and I guess it's a little bit contradicting because I love shopping, right? I buy something and I'm really happy, but it's a little bit like a novelty already. Like, I buy it and I get that instant high of buying something, and within, I don't know, like maybe a month or a week or something, I lose that happiness. I lose it. I'm like, let's look for the next high. And I also have this habit of pick-me-up items, buying things to pick me up. Like, I'm really bored, or I'm really sad or down or stressed, and I would buy something to pick me up. And I feel like that's a really bad habit. I've been doing that for a long time, not in the past couple of years, but for a long time, and I have come to a juncture whereby I don't want to do that anymore. I want to remember the feeling of buying something that I know I couldn't afford, or I've saved up so much and I finally get it. And it, like the first time I bought my my Speedy 25, even talking about it, I get this like chills, because it was such an experience. It was like, I couldn't afford it. Like, I was thinking like, that's my first luxury item. So even I could feel like, oh, I'm bringing back myself to that time. But that was real happiness. That was like, wow. So over the years, obviously, I could afford more and more things, and now it's just not the same, right? I could buy it, but I could just because I could buy it. I'm like, yeah, okay, buy it, and I'm like, yeah, happy it. But it doesn't. I can't get that feeling whereby as I use it, I'm like, wow. is amazing. So I want to rediscover that kind of feeling, that kind of real happiness when I buy something and I really enjoy it, I really wanted it, and I just, it's something that I need or I'm really hoping for. So that's the other reason I want to experience that again, and also I want to stop doing the pick-me-up buying for pick-me-up, you know what I mean? So that's my second reason. And my third reason, mainly for 2019, is I have a really big goal to meet in the middle of the year. It's not travel, it's something really big, like for an adult, it's like really big. So I have been doing, planning or really putting a lot of effort into it for the past 6 months, and I'm halfway there. Okay, I'm halfway there. So this initiative of me doing this stop shopping would of course achieve my reduced wastage and give me that sense of excitement again with my purchases, but at the same time it will help me save a little bit of money. I don't think it will save me a lot of money because I have some rules to this stop shopping, because I love shopping, okay? I'm a girl. It's something that I love to do, so I'm not gonna like lock myself up because I know me. So it will help me save a little bit, and I guess that little bit of extra money I will put for other uses. It's not that it's gonna be put into what I've already been planning for the past 6 months. Yeah, it won't really, actually it won't. So I've got another 6 more months to get this real big goal to happen in the middle of the year. And I know you guys are wondering, what is this big goal? I promise I will tell you. I promise it will be like, it was such a big announcement, okay? So anyway, it's a big announcement that will be sometime around May or June, and I'm telling you, it will happen. I am very determined. Like, my husband thinks I'm mad. I'm like, it's gonna happen, okay? So anyway, so that's the third reason why I wanna be a little bit more focused. I want that extra bit of money to maybe help that, but not really. But it's another reason why I wanna, stop shopping. So those are my big reasons, and now because I am a shopaholic, I cannot not shop. I mean, there are necessities in life, right? I cannot just say, no, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna shop anything. No, that's absolutely fake and untrue, and I know I'll fall off the bandwagon. I'll be like, buy everything. So I have a few rules, and I've put them in like certain categories. So let me go through them. The first one for my makeup and my skincare and just that kind of, not really needs, but like wants in life. You don't really need makeup, you don't really need skincare, to be honest. But it is a big part of what I love. I love skincare, I love trying out new makeup, I love it. So telling me to say stop buying it is torture, okay? So I have some rules, and basically the first is, if any of my existing skincare and makeup, if they finish, okay? If they finish, which for makeup is really difficult, but if they finish and I really want it back, I will allow myself to buy it. Secondly, if it gets damaged, so for example, if I went on a holiday, I brought my SK2 and I checked it in and somehow my whole luggage got crushed and all that, and that whole bottle is broken and I really need it back, I will buy it. I'm not gonna say no, I'm not gonna buy it, because I need my SK2, so I will allow myself to buy it. Thirdly, if it's an item that has expired, because now if I look in my entire makeup collection and my skincare collection, I have multiples of everything. So if any of them I'm using and I'm actually loving it, but I realize, oh no, I've been using expired stuff, and if I really want it back and need it back, not want actually, if I really need it back, I would buy it. I won't go and say that, oh well, it's expired so I won't buy it. But if I really in my heart I have been enjoying it and I have been really needing it as part of my routine, I will allow myself to buy it. Those 3 rules apply to the stuff that I already have. But makeup and skincare, throughout the year there's gonna be like a gajillion releases and all that, and I know YouTube and skincare and Instagram and all is gonna influence me, but because next year is gonna be a controlled influence, for permanent releases, permanent skincare releases or permanent makeup releases, I'm going to allow myself to try it only if I really, really, really want it. And I know myself, right? When I know that if I give myself enough time, I may reconsider. So I'm going to say that, if I have been thinking about it for a long time, so maybe between 3 to 6 months. I haven't decided yet. Let me go through the whole motion. So maybe 3 to 6 months. I have been really considering it. Give myself enough time to think about it, and then I will buy it. So that's because I have a lot of things already, so I'm gonna go through that motion of really thinking about it, because anyway they're permanent stuff, right? So permanent stuff will always be there. I don't have to worry like limited edition releases. So my 5th rule is going to apply to limited edition releases, and I'm going to only allow myself to do it once, because I realize that companies just literally throw it out and just put the word limited edition, and I go like, oh my gosh, I need it. But I don't. So I have decided that I'm going to allow myself only one time to buy a limited edition item. So when it comes out, I'm going to look at it and consider it, reassess my collection. And because it's limited edition, it's always like a bit of time. But nowadays, I guess with YouTube and Instagram, with all these influencers, they're gonna they're gonna show it to you earlier and then tell you, oh, it's gonna release in 3 weeks, get ready. So because of that, you're already informed, and I'm already informed, so that I'm gonna use that time to think about it. And it's enough time, right? For a limited, it's like 3 weeks, and like, oh, I want it, and the next thing you know, like, oh, maybe not, and then it kind of fades away. It's a strange thing, right? So that is one reason why I am only gonna allow myself to buy one, and it is really something I like. Oh, it's amazing. Like, it has to blow my mind for me to buy it. And that's the way it is. There's just too many of these limited edition releases. So those are my 5 rules for my makeup and skincare collection, clothing, and that applies to all the clothes that I have, like jeans, my work clothes, my gym wear, my bras, my panties, and all of that. In that entire collection, I've only got one rule. If it's damaged, destroyed, and I need it to be replaced. That's as simple as that, because I am not a fashionista. I don't deem clothes to be something that I need to change with the season. I live in Asia. shorts and t-shirts. It's not something that I go to events very often. I just work and go to gym, and I have my weekends. So I don't need a huge collection of clothes. I don't need to change it very often. And what I have, I'm actually pretty happy with it. I don't buy clothes very often, so the rule that I'm going to put in place, if it gets damaged, or it's destroyed, or it just needs to be replaced, and I will allow myself to buy it. So yeah, it's as simple as that. And of course, my luxury items. So this is, for me, quite difficult because my channel is luxury, but I think I guess you guys will appreciate whereby I'm going to put a little bit more thought into the things that I will be purchasing. So I've got 5 rules as well. The first rule is I'm only going to allow myself to purchase 2 times in the entire year. I know a lot of you are going to, no way, I don't believe you. I think for 2019, you're gonna believe me, because like I said earlier, my 3 reasons, I'm quite set on it. Quite set on it. So the 2 times that I'm gonna allow myself to purchase is during my birthday and Christmas. Any time throughout the year, I will not, unless my other rules. Okay, so the 2 big times whereby you will see hauls, and if you watch my collaboration video with Amy, where we talked about 5 luxury items we will buy in 2019, you can imagine when it will appear. Okay, so there are only 2 times in the entire year. My birthday, which to me is like, my birthday, I need to do a lot of things. And my birthday hauls are really big, right? So yeah. And then at the end of the year during Christmas, mainly because I love Christmas. I don't really celebrate Christmas, but I love the festivities, and during Christmas there's a lot of nice, stuff that comes out during Christmas. So that's the only time, that's the other time that I will allow myself to purchase. Okay, the second rule that I have for my luxury purchases is that, if I never want this to happen, but if it gets broken, stolen, or it gets lost, and I really need it back in my life, I will allow myself to buy it. So I guess this would apply to things that are more everyday. For example, my LV PM agenda is one of them. My LV key clay is another one. It is another one, and then I have my wallets and all. I don't think there will be handbags that I would repurchase. I really don't think so. So yeah, if any of these like essential items, I feel like they're essential to my life. Okay, like I can't live without my LV PM agenda. Maybe when it gets, you know, broken or whatever, and that point in time I might be a different state of mind, but these are the things that I have considered that if anything happens to them, I will actually go out and buy it again. So that's the other rule that I have. The third rule that I have is that items, luxury items that I buy will have to be practical, they have to be classic, and they have to be everlasting. So it really ties in together with the collaboration video that I spoke about. Items that I talked about in that video, I feel they are going to be practical, except for one, I guess. But yeah, it will be, you have to watch the video, okay? So have to be practical, they have to be really classic to me, meaning it's something that I can use and I can pass on if I need to. And it has to be everlasting. It's something that has a good, decent amount of value that I can use forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So yeah, and practical, because why do I say practical? Because it needs to be something that will fit into my lifestyle, something that I have been, you know, I can use very often, very easily, and all suit into my basic clothing lifestyle. Fourth rule kind of follows through with the third rule, is that I will avoid fun fashion items. So I have purchased some fun fashion items in 2018. For example, my Balenciaga Triple S shoes. They are fun fashion items, okay? Now, if I bring myself to the future in 2019, I will not buy it anymore, because it is not something that will be practical, classic, and everlasting. It is something that, you know, is a trendy item. So yeah, I will not buy things like that anymore. I will be a little bit more careful with the stuff that I want to buy. And if I buy it, it'll only be during Christmas or my birthday. So it's like all intertwined, you know. I know in 2019 there will be a lot of fun fashion releases. It could be clothing, it could be shoes, it could be socks, it could be bags and all. So I'm gonna just enjoy watching people buy it. I'm gonna see it on Instagram. I'm just going to enjoy it from far away, but I'm not going to put myself in that position to buy it. However, my rule number 5 is that I will allow myself one random purchase. And this one random purchase has to be something I have put enough thought into it. So I've got birthday and I've got Christmas, and this one random purchase, I will try my best to put it within the birthday and Christmas. Of course, if this random purchase turns out to be a limited edition, you know, release in the middle of the year that I just absolutely, you know, fall head over heels, and I've been like, oh gosh, if I don't get it, this is it, this is like, I'll kill myself, like, you know, that kind of thing, I'll allow one of it. So hopefully it doesn't do that, you know, it doesn't fall into any other period, and you know, there will be so many throughout the year. Trust me, there will be so many, and I'll be like, oh no, I need it. But I'm going to allow myself only one. So it has to be really special, and it has to be something that I can use as well. So it has to be practical. It can be random. So it could be, let's say, I'll give you an example. It could be like, I don't know, like LV socks that just look absolutely amazing that I could use for the gym. Just an example, okay? Just an example that when I look at it, I'm like, oh my goodness, that is the bougiest thing ever. I need it. And it's limited edition, and it, you know, pops out during summertime, and it's practical because I can use it for the gym or with my other, you know, luxury shoes and all that. And yeah, I will allow myself that one random purchase, and that's it. Okay, so I have to really think about that random purchase. Obviously, I won't buy LV socks. That's definitely not something I would buy, but that's an example, right? So that's a random purchase that I allow myself. So even though I'm going to avoid all fun fashion items, the word is avoid, so I'll allow myself one collision randomly throughout the year. So those are the 3 big categories which I am going to control in my life. Now when it comes to traveling and it comes to food and all, nah, let loose, okay, let loose. I'm not gonna count the pennies, I'm not gonna count the dollars for that. I'm going to really enjoy it. And there are 2 really big trips that's gonna happen next year for me and my family. Number 1, we are going to the US. So for my US subbies out there, I am planning this trip sometime around, it'll probably be around the same time in the UK, maybe around August, September. We haven't planned the exact dates yet, but that's kind of like the target where we will come to the States. And I am obviously gonna visit family in the West Coast. Then we will, me and my husband, or maybe me and my brother, I don't know, we haven't decided yet. I really want to go to New York. Like I want to take like an internal flight over, see New York, and yeah, that's the plan. Okay, it could change, but that's the plan. And then we will have another holiday, me and my husband, somewhere. When it comes to traveling and eating while we travel, no expense, okay? Like obviously there will be a budget, but it's not like something that I will like have these 5 rules, you know, you can't eat this. No, that's just ridiculous. So so when it comes to traveling and food, there are no such strict rules. We are going to enjoy that time, and hopefully these rules with my 3 categories will help me enjoy those travel times and the food times even better. Yeah, so guys, it is going to be an interesting 2019 for me. I mean, for me it is interesting because I don't really control what I buy. I have things that I, money put aside and all that, so I don't really put such pressure on myself. But I want to, because like I said earlier, there is such wastage that I feel that I have in my life. Like when I look at the things that I have, I'm like, I can't stand it, there's so much stuff. It's like, it bugs me, okay, it bugs me. And then secondly, I miss that feeling. I really miss that feeling of buying something and I'm just over the moon. Like, I am over the moon with the things that I buy now. Like, I just recently bought my Celine bag. I love it. I'm over the moon. I love it. But I miss that over the moon feeling. I love it. I'm like, I'm so excited. But it's not like, blow my mind over excited. I don't know if you understand what I mean. But yeah, I want that, Mount Everest high. I don't want the little, Bukit Timah high. I don't want that, Bukit Timah is a small place in Singapore. So, I don't want that little hill. I want the mountain, okay? I want the moon. So, hopefully I will get that from being a little bit more controlled with my stuff. And then, of course, finally, my big mission in life. Well, not in life, but one of my big missions next year. I'm halfway through achieving it. So it will happen, and when the thing happens, I'm gonna share that with you, right? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was it's really big for me. Maybe you guys are like, okay, first world problems. I know it is first world problems, okay? I don't deny it. I'm very blessed to be where I am right now. I'm very privileged, and I'm thankful every single day, okay? Seriously, you cannot believe every time I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I'm in a good place. So I don't deny it. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, and if any of you out there are thinking about something like that, I may want to control my spending, and maybe you want to join me in this journey, please leave a comment down below. I will support you and you can support me. We'll be in it together. Like, your rules could be totally different. You could be just, I just want to save. It could be as simple as that. Not like me, I want to be wastage. It doesn't have to be the same. It could be just as simple as saving. And you want to take this journey with me, but you don't want to like bind yourself in such a, like, put yourself in a prison. You don't want to do that because you still love it. Like me, I love shopping, but you want to come to the point whereby you are almost stopped. You're almost there, right? You're at that doorstep of stop shopping, and it will feel different. Trust me, it will. So I've been doing it for a couple of months, and I really feel different. I feel like, nah, no thank you, not interested. Yeah, it's a very different feeling. Oh, by the way, I am nowhere near minimalistic, okay? So I'm not going to that journey. No, I'm not minimalistic. Sorry, if any of you out there are like, you should be a minimalist. No, sorry, can you see the watch? Can you see this? No, no, nowhere near that. That's like nirvana, okay? No, I just want to go to Mount Everest first, or maybe just the moon. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please do give me a thumbs up. And here's to 2019. You guys take care. Bye.